Cultural camps are more than just fun. They're an investment in the nature's future identity. For Bahamian youth, these programs are essential to keeping traditions alive while helping to develop well-rounded, culturally grounded individuals. And this year, many young people are actively participating in the cultural aspect of summer camp. Joining us now is Anja Bowe, Cultural Officer in the Fashion Division. Anja, welcome to What's Trending.
Thank you so much for having me. I had to pop in to just give a little, nudge to culture. I want to send a shout out to all of my cultural staff as well. And of course, as you know, we have at least 9 camps going on that are absolutely free. So I definitely had to pop in just to come and visit you guys so we can let you know a little bit about what's going on.
Having you here with us today. So give us an overview of the cultural camp. What are participants experiencing throughout the summer month?
Right. So like I said, we have 9 different camps going on across Nassau. Apart from the camps that we have going on in Nassau, we also have camps going on in the Family Islands, as well as in Nassau. We are also doing the School of the Blind as well. So we have a separate camp happening for the School of the Blind where they're doing things like murals, art, they're doing film and other music and other things for the blind as well. So if you have visually impaired children, you can just visit us right at the School for the Blind. So I'll start off with them. Apart from them, we also have at Aubrey Sales, we have the choir and drum and band camp. So from ages 5, they're accepting kids. So if you have kids with lots of energy, boys with lots of energy, they love the drumming class, right? So you want to take your kids to the drumming camp. It's definitely free. Drop them off. It's from 9 until 1 o'clock. And so they have the whole morning to enjoy themselves and get all that energy out. At Anatole Rogers, we also have the theater arts camp. And so that camp, they're focusing on musical theater. So those kids that are interested in going on Broadway entered that camp, and they are also accepting children from ages 5 and up as well. And then at CV Bethel and at Government High, we have dance camps. And so all of our dancers, you can head on there. At LW Young, we have film camp as well as animation. So for those kids that like to draw and create scenes and stuff like that, they're also doing, that's actually a really fun camp, because the film camp, they're doing things like cooking shows and all sorts of
So it sounds like a good mix.
Yes, and that's just half of the camps that we have going on.
And tell us what's the main purpose for the camps.
So the main purpose is, well, every year we do summer employees.
Yes.
And so we bring in students from ages 15 and up to work along with professionals in this field to just get a feel of what this kind of business is, right? Because what we really want to do is create a spirit of entrepreneurship among our youth, and have them realize that we can now use our culture to make money for us and to work for us as well. So things that you have a passion for can now be your business. And so we connect them with persons that are already in these fields and in these industries, so that they can see a little bit of what it is like to be in this sort of industry and do this sort of thing every day and be paid for something that you do in the cultural industries.
So are there any, you mentioned film, are these new experiences that you added to the camp, or they've always been a part of the summer features, or are there new additions?
Well, these additions were brought to us when we acquired persons like Miss Moya Thompson, who now, she started working with us, I think maybe 2 years ago. And so her film and animation camp is something new to us for the last about 2 years that she was with us. But before then, it would have been just dance, music, and things like that. But now we have things like fashion, film, animation, mural creation, and things like that.
So it definitely sounds like a good mix. So how does this help to preserve our Bahamian culture and identity? It's not just such a vast area of offerings that the campus get to experience.
Well, first of all, the pathway to expanding and taking our culture to the world is through the youth. So if we can inspire just a few, then we know we've done our job, and we know that we can take this culture thing to another level. Because really and truly, they are the creatives, right? They are the ones who, they know how to do this internet stuff and these technical things. And really and truly, when you want to get into the world market, you have to be up to date with those sorts of things.
Must be tech savvy.
So those kids are going to take us to the world.
So are there any elders or experts? Do we touch on teaching or storytelling during the camps?
Absolutely. So our literacy camp, speaking of our literacy camp, we actually only do apprentice for our literacy camp because those apprentices, they actually publish their own books. And so last year we published 8 books. This year, so far, we have about 4 books so far that is published. So meaning that they have their name, front cover and everything, and now they can sell their books on Amazon, right? So we are creating entrepreneurs, creating workers.
And so how is the wider community then engaged through these camp activities and showcases?
Next weekend, that would be a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. August 1st, we'll be having our final showcase where you'll be able to see a little bit of everything. So all of the camps are coming together to have one big show. So it's a whole day of just wonderful showcase. And so you'll see not only what's happening on the stage, but around the stage, you'll see the things that the kids would have worked on throughout the 4 weeks that we've been there. So
now, you alluded to it earlier, fashion, and obviously that's a big draw for a lot of persons. So how is fashion incorporated into the camps this year?
Right, so fashion is my department, so we can go all day about it, but I'll make it brief, okay? I promise. So with fashion, of course, we want to encourage fashion. We want to encourage, you know, we want to encourage the creation of our fashion and all these different things, but we also want to incorporate the culture into it. The culture side of it is the straw, right? And so what we do is in our fashion camp, and especially our fashion apprentice, they all have to produce a garment for me at the end of the 4 weeks and incorporate straw in some way. So incorporate natural materials into their garments. So now you're expanding your creativity to another level. You're not just coming to just make a shirt or regular pants out of some material. No, you're now using natural materials, plaiting the straw yourself, and really understanding the work that goes into making a straw bag, the work that goes into making a straw brooch, straw earrings, or anything like that, you know, understand.
And what challenges do you think we're facing in terms of keeping our cultural education alive?
Our challenges, advertisement, getting the word out there. And I think that's one of the challenges that we're having as from the ministry end is, you know, getting the word out there. Because many times people have said, oh my gosh, I didn't even know you guys were having that, or I didn't even know that that was going on. So I think from our standpoint as a ministry, our main thing is how best do we reach our communities, right? How best do we reach the people so they know that we have these offerings and that we're doing these things to come, because it's free.
Right? Everybody loves free. Well, Anja, we wish you all the best in your efforts this summer. Happy camping.
Thank you.
Your campers.
Thank you so much.
Great having you here with us as well.
Thank you.
Well, stay with us. What's Trending? We'll be right back with highlights from the Jeff Rogers Sporting Camp.